What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Wolverine issue number 38. Wolverine has dealt with a few things that he had to handle. With the fall of X fully underway, Wolverine is now targeting his next goal, the complete and utter destruction of Orcus. Usually a man that likes to work alone. In this issue, he decided it's time to team up with somebody that likes crushing Nazi skulls as much as him. This is the team up of Wolverine and Captain America. Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright guys, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up in Manhattan. We are picking up with Steve sitting here playing a game of pool, having a beer. As he goes to sink that 8-ball, that is when it is stopped by the hand of Wolverine. This is when Captain America tells him that he's got stones walking around New York like this, especially considering Orcus is rounding up any and every mutant. This is when Wolverine tells Cap to go ahead, grab yourself a beer, and meet me at the booth over there. When Steve goes to ask what they are drinking to, Logan says that they are drinking to the death of their enemies, though Cap would opt for justice instead. Logan goes on to say that he is here to hammer something home. He is talking to Cap and all of his new uncanny Avengers. He tells Cap that Orcus is the Gestapo's all over again, rounding up the undesirables, killing or exiling them. Both of them know the ugly history lessons that can be learned. This means that Logan's got a job that needs doing. A job against Orcus. A job about history. Now, Cap says that Wolverine's usually not the guy that goes around asking for help or wanting to be on a team. And that's not what Logan is looking for. He's not looking for a team or the uncanny Avengers. He just needs America's sweetheart. This is what takes us to somewhere in the Pacific. An Orcus carrier loaded to the gills with all kinds of armory and weaponry. As the two of them begin to make their way up this ship, Wolverine cannot help but reminisce of the times that him and Cap have worked together. It is rare for him to have a long-lasting connection. He outlives most of his friends. Captain America is one of these exceptions. There are few people that he has known longer, and he knows that there are none braver. If Captain America is a do-gooder, that would make Wolverine a do-badder. But more often than not, they are fighting on the same side. And when he said that this mission was about history, he didn't mean just the two of them. He meant mutant kind. This Orcus ship just so happens to be packed with all kinds of stuff mutant kind left behind. Orcus pulled a heist on the mutant vault, and now they are transporting all of this to a secure location. But when Cap and Wolverine make it up to the control center, what they find is that somebody else has already been here. Somebody else has massacred the entire freaking crew. As they look around and see that this place is a freaking ghost ship, all the containers have been emptied out, this heist got heisted. This is when they start to take fire. Someone opening up on them, Cap taking the lead, putting up his shield. They're able to put this guy down, and they quickly learn that he is an Orcus agent. Trying to find out what happened to the crew, they have no idea. The Orcus agent, before he dies, all he says is cowboys. This puts Wolverine on the track that he knows he should be on. This is what takes us to another vessel later on that day. This is Legacy House. Wolverine has had many encounters with these guys, especially recently. As they take down two goons and they take their disguises, they infiltrate the party. It doesn't take long for this auction to get underway. From Magneto's helmet to swords, weapons, suits, even Sinister's pet turtle, they are all here. They also have a Muramasa blade. While they listen to all of this that is ongoing, someone sees Cap's shield, telling him that he shouldn't be here. They take him down to where all the items are being hidden, check in the shield so that it can get auctioned off with the rest of everything. They believe that Cap is here to sell the shield, not knowing who he truly is. As soon as Wolverine sees the Muramasa blade, he grabs it and he begins to lay down some hate. He tells Cap to go stop the auction, and he will handle everything else. as Cap gets up to the auction room. What we see is the clone of Moira being auctioned off. They don't understand the full ramifications of her powers, of her abilities, of what she could do if they were able to bring her to life. Because as it stands, this clone is dead and depowered. If they were able to manipulate it in the ways that they would want to, they could restart everything and not even know it. But with Cap doing things his way, smacking down all of Legacy House, we see Wolverine, he cuts his way to the very bottom of the ship. Once he gets down to the engine room, he goes all the way down to the ocean. It doesn't take long for this entire cruise ship to go down to the bottom of the sea. Today, their mission was successful. Cap may not be happy about the way that Wolverine handled things, but all of the items are now inventoried and they are headed to a safe location. This is what picks us up a little bit later with Nick Fury. Cap is telling him to keep this stuff secret and safe. Keep it all off the books, to leave all of it alone, because this is not our legacy. Nick Fury asking Cap, do you really think that the mutants are gonna come back? And the way Cap sees it, the good guys always come back. As Wolverine drives by, Nick Fury says that they're not all good, and Cap has to agree that maybe not, but today, history is on their side. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Definitely not a bad issue, a lot of fun seeing Logan and Steve go ahead and do their little team up. One thing I'm confused about, maybe you guys can help me out. Throughout Marvel Comics, we have seen two different versions of Nick Fury. We have seen the black Nick Fury that looks like Samuel L. Jackson, and then we have the white Nick Fury. Now, if I remember correctly, in the Fantastic Four by Dan Slott, Nick Fury went on to be the Watcher, if you will. And I'm pretty sure that that was the white Nick Fury. And I've seen this a lot coming and going, that there are two Nick Furies. I don't think I ever read the why to it though. What was Marvel's reason in bringing in another Nick Fury and then keeping them both around on Earth 616? I'm sure I could do a Google search, but you know, you guys are some of the best sources when it comes to things that maybe I didn't even know about. There are only so many comics that a human being can read in their lifetime, and while I'm definitely in the thousands, there are so many comics that I haven't read. But going back into the story, I didn't expect Orchis to have access to all of these weapons. Xavier has kept them off of the island. And we just learned that this might be because of Sinister as well. That Charles could have the Sinister gene in his body. So if that is the case, how were they able to rob the island? How were they able to get into the mutant vault, into Sinister's lab, and take all of this for their own? Hopefully that gets explained, but more than likely, this story will end right here where it's at. That this was just an excuse to team up Captain America with Wolverine. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything that is going on with the Fall of X, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It'll get you completely caught up on everything that is going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me a favor, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.